man, this is why I tell you guys, I don't listen to labels. When people sit there and they label certain things, it's like, dog, that's not the way that it works. When it comes down to guys and girls, when it comes down to girls, if a girl sits there and says that she's one thing, you got to test her resolve. You got to see how she gets a means to an end, because a lot of these girls out here be grifting, dog. They be lying. Now, mind you, as a man who leans to the right, but whatever test I always take always says I'm a Democrat. Like I'm slightly left leaning, just ever so slightly left leaning. I see it like night and day, man. And it's just bullshit. And they get exposed every single time. And mind you, the thing that's so crazy about it is they're the ones advocating for traditional values and going back to the way that it's supposed to be. Men have a certain role, women have a certain role, but then they get exposed as actual feminists. Now, my actual stance on it is fuck feminism. I can't stand feminism. Feminism needs to go back and be with Islam. Let them go kill each other, or let one get oppressed by the other one, and then they sit there screaming for traditional men to come back. But let's get into it, just so you guys understand where I'm coming from, because I'm probably confusing some of you guys. So let's get into it.
With the argument that I'm
what's your
making,
point?
I'm saying inside of society, right this second, right, masculinity is not only punished, but also women on the right, covert feminists on the right, are constantly and consistently talking about how they need to have privilege in society. I want men. Their version of masculinity is men who take care of us, men who protect us, men who do all of this. Those are all duties that men have towards women. Great. What are the duties that women have towards men? What are the duties that women have towards anything? What do men get out of this arrangement? What are we getting out of this arrangement? Can you tell me? That's
but great. I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector, and a provider. If you think you need to get something out of it, I quite frankly don't consider you a real man.
Crazy work right there. So what you're saying is that when it comes down to a man and a woman being in a relationship, a man sits there and he literally can shield you from bullets, and he doesn't supposed to expect nothing from out of it. Now, again, I am the type of guy, me personally, I'm not the type of guy who sits there in a relationship and I gotta be super duper. I do everything. Even I'm more gentlemanly like. A perfect example is had a chick come over. I don't want her going to the store late at night because I was living on the mean streets in the hood. I don't want nobody talking to my girl, because then they say something stupid. She probably say something stupid. I end up hurting this guy. He end up shooting me. And on top of that, I don't want her to do anything. I want her to be comfortable, and she hated it because she felt like as though I was pampering her too much. The irony, right? The absolute fucking irony. My fucking ass who sits there and who sat there at the time playing video games and still plays video games, gamer for life, baby. Turn off the game, put the chips in the bag. I want this girl to feel as comfortable as possible so she can go to fuck to sleep so I can go back to playing video games. So you dick her down, you knock her out, you make sure she's fed. If you gotta work, you whatever. But that's the type of person I am. I believe, you know what? You want to have your own separate bank account? Go ahead. You want to have your own individual freedom? Go ahead. I believe in all types of autonomy, but at the same time, let's be real here. Even I see that it's bullshit. The fact of the matter that these women come out of nowhere and they're supposed to be on the right? A lot of these women claim to be on the right, which they've been exposed as it's just a grift, is actually insane, because I feel like as though the right is too lenient and too accepting of these people. What is it? Tommy Lauren? Is it Tommy Lauren? Okay, so this was Tommy Lauren. And it's crazy because I remember sitting there seeing these girls and going, yep, those are the 3 horsewomen of the apocalypse that when I want to raise a family, those are the women I want. Who was it? It was Tommy Lauren. And then what the fuck she just said, she doesn't believe in any of this shit. If this is what she just said, you're not a real man if you don't just sit there and automatically do that. Even though we're hardwired to do that, we should expect to get stepped on by these women. And that's the reason why they use religion. That's the reason why, one of the reasons why I'm not religious and I can never fall for it is because I know that it's bullshit when it comes down to relationships. But Tommy Lauren, Lauren Southern, another woman who sat there and she claimed to be conservative, but she wanted to fuck Destiny. They say that she's far right, but she got caught upset because she wanted to fuck Destiny or some bullshit. And then who's the other one? The new one, the not the new one, but Who's the other one? She just had Elon Musk's baby. She was the one that set the chess pieces wrong, and she got exposed for being a fucking fraud as well. Because what it comes down to is money. A lot of times, these shapeshifters will sit there and lie. I'll put it to you like this, fellas. You want to find you a good girl? Find you a girl with a little quirk on which you find that she's passionate about something, and she's not willing to give up her morality to get to that point, even if she has a struggle. That's your best bet. These religious girls, these girls who claim to be on the right, unless their resolve has been tested and you see their mettle, you can't trust them. You can't. No, no way. You not a real. One more time. That shit crazy.
Something out of it to be a manly man, a protector, and a provider. If you think you need to get something out of it, I quite frankly don't consider you a real man.
Nasty work.